Okay, welcome to ANZCRL Combined Racing League's replay of race 1 of the Adelaide 500 that was done a few Sundays ago, back on the 13th of November. So we had 2 by 25 lap races. This is the first of the two. Starting time of 3 p.m. with clear to medium clouds. And as times 5 time progression. So we should be finished in the late afternoon. So on pole, we had Gunner in the Erebus, the Penrite Racing, I should say. And then Fish Racing 3, Red Bull Ampole Racing, number 97, in second. Highlander is in third, the Bottle O. Woody Lizard in fourth, the Mobile One Appliances Online Racing. Lockie 55s in the number 23 SCT Logistics. Captain Awesome in the DeWalt Racing car. Sato 15 in the Preston Hire. And then Commander Jim in the Shell V-Power Racing, number 17. And then we had 16th in the Ned in 9th position. And alongside him on the 5th row was Jay Barrett, 027, the Auto Barn Racing. And then we had Stu in the Patronus Racing car in the 6th row with Colonel Lloyd alongside him in the Dunlop Racing car. Night Pegasus qualified in 13th in the Castro Racing with Mark and Dogs alongside him in the Super Cheap Auto. Blue Falcon and Tom in the rear of the grid there. So here we go for 25 laps. We'll get onto the track side. We'll get started. So let's fire away. And off we go for the start of the race, and we're going to come down into the tricky first chicane. And Gunner has been able to clear through there nice as everyone else is filtering through. All coming on through at the moment. Oh, there's been an accident early on, which looks like it could be Sato 15 into the barrier as he's dropped all the way from 7th down to the last position, 16th south, I guess we could call him, in the Ned Racing. They're currently in 9th position. We'll pick up front when the cameraman decides to. We should be able to find Gunner as he comes flying through here, turn 8. And this little bit of Armco railing that's sticking out along this straight, which caught a few people out in practice. We believe in the new update in Automobilista 2. It has been updated, so it's not poking out on the circuit. Fish Racing working the back of Gunner's Penrite Racing car early on as they come in through to the final corner on the first opening lap of ANZCRL Combined Racing League's inaugural Adelaide 500 on Automobilista 2. I'm your host Neil Haynes as well. There we go, 1 lap down this 25 lap race. And Highlander is keeping tabs of the top 3 as well. This is his first outing on Automobilista 2. Doing a very good job in third, the Bottle O car. The sound of the V8s, and we've got a few of the guys in pit lane. Tom and Sato in the pit lane at the moment, back into the action here. Again, we'll probably find Stu coming through into turn 8, this camera angle. There he is in the Patronus. Not too far is Blue Falcon. He's made up some gaps. Oh, as Stu has had a spin. Turn 9 at the hairpin after the back straight. So he's here trying to spin around, a flick spin. As the rest of the field didn't quite get that flick spin going. We pick up Captain Awesome on the back of Woody Lizard, fighting for P4. As they commence the start of the third lap. bouncing over the chicane as they come into the staircase section. Series of right-handers and left-handers. An angry pack trying to chase down the top three, led by Woody Lizard in position 4, but absolutely getting hounded by Captain Olsen in this D-Wall car at the moment. Taking China, they're up over the curb, Blue Falcon. I think, it might have been 16 south actually, jumping up over the curb. What a shot there is through turn 8 as Lockie puts his rear view mirror, his side mirror along the fence. Who needs its side mirror, says Lockie. He's now all over Captain Awesome. Woody's had a little bit of a breath of fresh air with this battle that Lockie is now putting Captain Awesome under. There's a nice little battle going on down here as well, with Commander Jim in the Shell V-Power Falcon. Oh, Mustang, should be. As he's just in front here of Mark and Dogs and Colonel Lloyd. That's been swapping positions early on. Oh, we've had a problem with Fish Racing actually. He's dropped from second position. He's had a spin. So he's all the way down to 7th, and that has now brought Highlander up into second position, 6 seconds behind Gunner. Woody Lizard trying to bridge that gap, try and shorten that gap now between himself and Highlander. Blue Falcon has now gone into the pits. But out front it's this man, Gunner, 180. As he takes the start of the 5th lap. Absolutely doing a stellar job as he just glides through the opening chicane. The car set up really nice for Gunner. Open up a nice healthy 6-second lead to Highlander. Showing everyone how it's done in the early laps. Head down, plenty of pressure. Fish Racing was tagging on the back, but obviously a mistake from Fish. Down here with both Colonel Lloyd and Jay Barrett. Jay Barrett in the auto barn, 12th position. Oh, up over the curb for Colonel Lloyd. That's going to give Jay Barrett the position. Coming into the fast turn 8. Oh, what a shot that was as they come flying in on entry. And Jay Barrett has made that stick. He's been able, didn't even have to defend into the hairpin. Now what can he do? Can he latch onto the back of Mark and Dogs? Only 1 second up the road. At Fish Racing now. This looks like he's starting to make his way through from his earlier mistake, which I believe was the final corner. Coming onto the starting straight, he looped it. And now he's working the back of 16 south. Car stay in front. Ned Racing. He's pulling out here into the famous turn 8. Will he make this stick, or is he going to back out? No, he wires ahead by Fish Racing. He's backed out. See if he can set him up here now into the hairpin. He's come out. He's shown. He's got the lights blaring down. Fish Racing as he's looking down the inside. And yes, he's taken that lead. 16 south gave him plenty of room. See that Fish Racing has got plenty of pace. So now he's got Captain Orson in front of him. It's under 2 seconds. And they're still going at it. Captain Orson and Lockie. Looks like they're all slowly catching the back of Highlander as well in P2. So this could end up being a 5-car battle as Fish is slowly getting on the back of this man, Captain Olsen, in the D-Well car. Looks like Woody just had a massive lock-up. It's really about setting these cars up to handle the bumps, to exploit track limits. So yeah, you can see here Captain Awesome just knocking out the 119s, keeping a consistent pace as Fish Racing is into the 18s. He's matching similar time to Gunner up in front. We know Fish Racing was in second up before he made that mistake coming onto the starting straight, the final corner. And here he goes. Got his headlights are blazing, working again the back of the D-Well car. Captain Awesome. Again, he's had a good exit out of turn 7, leading down into turn 8. Now it looks like Fish may be just in front. Yes, he has. So Captain Awesome had to yield there. He's still having a look down the inside. Captain Olsen, he didn't want to let that position go so easy. Here he goes, still at him, the back of Fish. Fish has just been able to get that power down well in the Red Bull Racing Commodore. So it looks like Highlander at the moment. Just leading this pack now, as we can see, coming down the starting straight. Lap 9 of 25. There is a mandatory stop for tyres, so they all must do their mandatory stop somewhere along the line of the 25 laps. Here we go. The Bottle O Racing of Highlander. So far hasn't put any foot wrong for his debut race. What a challenging car, the V8 supercar. Oh, as Lockie has sideswiped the exit of turn 8 in the SCT logistics car. He's just now trying to hold off Fish Racing. Lockie 5.5, known for his racing on iRacing in the NASCAR races, I think in the truck series. He knows how to drive around circuits as well. Circuit racing is he's now being pushed by Fish, which has actually put him onto the back of Woody too, so he's up the pace, Lockie. And that's what happens sometimes when you're driving around with faster drivers. You'll learn a little bit more from them. It also pushes you. Fish again, this is his favourite spot. He gets a great exit out of turn 7, but it looks like he's just going to tuck behind. Make sure he gets his turn in right. And see if he can have a look down the inside, which you've seen him do many a times. Down here into turn 9, which he's done. Lockie hasn't even worried about trying to do the switch back at this stage. The driver with the going through the field, Fish Racing 3 at this stage. After dropping down as low, I think it was a 7th. He's back up to 4th. Started the race in 2nd. Currently held by Highlander. Look at Fish just over curbing. That could have been a curb strike. Look how much he's gained on Woody. He's haven't looked down the inside. No, Woody has shut the door on Fish. Defending well. Fish try. Oh, big lock up from the appliances. Mobile One car. And here goes Fish. He intimidates with those headlights. Making the drivers think, is he going to pull off a crazy move into turn 8? Oh, Lockie again drifting out. Here he goes. He's been able to make this move quite a few times, Fish. Made that stick. Parked it up on the exit of the apex of that corner there. A nice move in the end from Fish, who has now got Highlander only a second in front. When are they going to start these 5 cars? When are they going to start thinking about pit stops, a mandatory pit stop? We're getting close to halfway race distance of the first part. Well, it sounds like someone is off in front. Oh, it's Highlander. Oh no, it's also Colonel Lloyd in the background there. Has made a mistake, but back up here at the front we've got Highlander. Defending. Almost going to call this turn 8, turn 9 into the hairpin Fish Racing's section of the circuit. Been so strong through this part, but not this time around as Highlander meets his game. Gunner still out in front, as we can see up on the thing. Nearly 20 seconds he's extended his lead from 2nd position. And Woody Lizard is in the pits. So he's filtering in, doing his mandatory stop. Oh, Highlander missed the turning. This is going to make him vulnerable. Here comes Fish. No, he's pulled out of it. Like Knight Pegasus has actually dropped down the order quite a bit. Something's happened to him. He was absolutely in 8th position. He must have had a spin as we've been watching the action here. The position 2 and 3. We've been actually enjoying this charge from Fish Racing 3 in the Ampol, the Red Bull Ampol Racing car. They pit after Woody Lizard has come into the pit lane, and here he comes. So Fish Racing, oh, he spun it! He spun it into the pit lane. Hopefully he's got the pit limiter on, he doesn't want to speed. Straight into the bay there, so that was interesting. So let's keep an eye now on Woody Lizard, as he's already had his mandatory stop. See where he comes out. compared to the other three that are in the pits at the moment. And it looks like they're filtering out. This is going to be close. So he's just came out in front of Fish. So Woody's made that stick. And let Frog back up in front of Fish Racing. So that spin has cost Fish obviously dearly into pit entry. Woody pitting earlier, a lap previously. He's also come out in front of Lockie 5.5s and also Captain Awesome. So that was a great strategy by the Mobile One Appliances online group. As Gunner now takes his stop. Oh, what a shot. One of the most fastest corners in Australia, especially of the street circuit, turn 8 here in Adelaide. Don't forget they're on here in Adelaide 500 in real life. 3rd and 4th of December, only a week and a bit away. Oh, as Woody now comes up to lap Stu. Stu gets out of the way in the Patronus car. So at this stage here, Highlander is actually leading this motor race, yet to pit. We may see him in this time around. There's Tom, looped around out of turn 9, out of the hairpin. And he's returned back to the pits, so he must have had terminal damage. So it looks like he's the retirement with Blue Falcon. Oh! Highlander missing the entry. 16 South. Doing a great job in 13th. He's got a pit. He'll probably come out after that pit stop, probably around in the 7th position. He pit this time around as well. Yes, he does. So he comes on in, locking the brakes up. Such a tight entry. Oh, look, here we go again. Fish Racing back on the back of Woody Lizard. Will they get out of in front of Highlander? Highlander's already gone. He's bolted. Highlander was so close to them, so he's had a tremendous pit stop. So Highlander's only 3 seconds up the road from these two. And before the pit stops, they were running equal. As always, going around side by side around the outside. Fish and Woody at it. Looks like Fish has taken that position. Bit of hard fighting through the staircase. And now Woody looks like he's got to contend with Lockie 5.5s. Sideways is Woody Lizard through turn 8. So while this battle's going on, Gunner has actually extended his lead now to around about 20-30 seconds to Highlander in the Bottle O Racing, who had a magic pit stop and kept him back in a 2nd position. So tremendous outing by this man. And then you've got Fish Racing, and not too far behind him is Woody Lizard. And then not too far behind Woody Lizard is this man, Lockie 5.5s, the SCT Logistics car. Captain Orson has actually dropped away after the pit stop, and he's now just about to come up to put a lap on Stu, the Patronus car. Oh, Woody's had a spin. Woody's had a spin in the background. So he's now dropped himself back down to 6th position. So that put Captain Awesome up the position, up to 5th. And Stu just looks like he's just pulled out to allow the faster car through. He's down in 13th position, kind of trying to get to grips with a V8 supercar. Things aren't quite to his liking. Sure, we'll see a better outing in the next race from Stu. Back in 7th position is 16 South. The Ned Whiskey car, and then we've got Commander Jim, who's holding 8th position fairly well. I think he got himself up a little bit higher than that maybe during the race. Doing a good job. Again, another debutant in the V8 supercars here on Oldham listed 2, and then as he comes out of the final quarter, Sato 15. He found the wall out of the chicane, out of the little this little kink here, little left-hand kink in the first lap, so that's put him behind a long way, but he's coming back through the field as well in position 9. You've got Mark and Dogs, the super cheap, in 10th, so in the top 10 for Mark and Dogs. That's a great effort. Then we got Jay Barrett, the Autobahn car, and just coming up to him is Gunner to put a lap down to this man as well, first time out I believe. Jay Barrett, as he's pulled over to let Gunner through. Knight Pegasus. So this little battle here, we go to catch up now on Highlander, holding off Fish Racing, the 2nd position. Fish working very hard. He's been doing this all race, Fish. Headlights are blazing from both the Bottle and the Red Bull Ampol cars. Obviously to make sure that all the back markers are aware. This is a tight, tense battle at the moment. And 2 hard charges. You can see Highlander being a force to be reckoned with the V8 supercars in races to come. Absolutely felt as comfortable as a duck to water. Loves his V8 supercars. Oh, Fish is a run. He's got to run through this chicane. And yet again, Highlander holds off. Blames billowing out of the exhaust of Fish Racing's Red Bull Commodore. Oh, up over the curbs. Got to be careful, especially this one here out of turn 7. Oh, Lloyd into the fence and loses everything. Look at the state of his car. He's been a passenger there, and he's also now found himself a statistic on turn 8 exit wall. We almost call that the wall of champions here in Australia. I think nearly everyone's sideswiped that wall. He went in hard, Colonel Lloyd. Very dicey by Highlander. Here comes Fish. He's having another look. Oh, so close. Great battle here for 2nd position. 5 laps remaining. jumping the curve. We've got 16 South actually right on the back of Woody Lizard at the moment. And then Whiskey car. Get a little bit of lap traffic in front. Oh, that lap traffic has spun. They both got through nicely. Battle 16 South is having here with Woody Lizard. Some of these drivers, first time that they've raced together as well. Some have known each other for quite a few years as well when we've raced on the Xbox Project Cars 2. And all agree that this move to PC and on Automobilista 2 has really ignited the fire. There's some great sim racing again with ANZCRL Combined Racing League. Obviously focused to run a lot of these special events through 2023. And hopefully a few. Maybe run a couple of series through the year. Back to this action though. We've got Fish Racing about to come through turn 8, right on the back of Highlander. Highlander's holding his own, which is good to see. Gunner still out in front in the Penrite car. Doing a tremendous job out in front. Has not put a foot wrong. Obviously come away from actually doing an inter-club battle here earlier in the year, or not early in the year, but a little while ago, here around Adelaide. So the car rolled out, very competitive from the get-go. I think we may jump on board for a lap here. So enjoy everyone for a lap around Adelaide 500 on board Gunner, the Penrite racing car. Turn it up. Go a lap around on board Gunner, who's on his final lap. And in the meantime, in that battle we also, while we're on board, Fish Racing has actually made a mistake and he's now dropped down to 4th position. And he's right behind Lockie, 5.5s, who's found himself up in a 3rd position. As they start their final lap, you see Lockie sideswiped the exit of turn 8. There's the evidence on the side of his car. Good telltale sign. They've been pushing through turn 8. Oh, jump in the car. Oh, Fish, the attitude of his car. He's had a moment. Fish is into the wall. Will this give Captain Awesome fourth position? No, he's got going. Captain Awesome there, you can see the wounded car of Fish Racing. So he just hasn't been able to hold it together. Fish Racing 3 through the race. As we pick up Gunner, taking out first race here of ANZCRL Combined Racing League's inaugural Adelaide 500. Well done, Gunner. I think he led from the flag, other than the pit stops, obviously. Tremendous job. This man here, Highlander, 1777, in second position. Super effort as he comes on through into the stadium complex to take a well-deserved second place onto the podium for his first outing here on Automobilista 2. We pick up Lockie coming through as well to take third position. And a very battered up look at the state of Fish Racing's car. It is a complete mess as he is lucky to hold on to fourth position from Captain Olsen. And look at this battle here behind for the final for sixth position. Woody just holds off from 16 south as Commander Jim comes over with the Shell V Power car. So well done to him. They're a lap down, as well as this man here, Sado, was a lap down. So there you go. So the final positions were Gunner takes out first with Highlander on second, Lockie 5.5s in third, Fish Racing 3 in fourth position. Up and down he was all race. Captain Awesome in fifth in the DeWalt racing car. Woody Lizard in sixth. The Mobile One Appliances Online Racing with 16 South in the Ned Whiskey, just behind him in seventh. Eighth was Commander Jim for his first outing with Jay Barrett, 27 in the Autobahn Racing in ninth. Saturday 15 in 10th. Mark and Dog is in 11th. He was running in 10th for a little while until Saturday got him near the end of that race. Night Pegasus in his first outing, I believe. No, it's not his first outing in the V8 Supercars. He did a run in Bathurst, so in the Castrol Racing in 12th. Stu in the number 30 Petronas racing car in 13th. And Colonel Lloyd, the last of the classified finishers in the Dunlop racing car in 14th, with Tommy and Blue Falcon DNF in 15th and 16th. So there you go. So that's the race one. Have a quick break here and we'll be back very shortly for race 2 of the Adelaide 500 for 2022.